Price of crude is surging, back with a 7 handle on fears of a further supply disruption in Iran. Joining us now with more, Daniel Yergin, S&P Global Vice Chairman. Dan, so many different angles to talk about. I guess the first one I'd ask is Iran still capable of shutting the straits where people are afraid to go through? And is there anything we can do to degrade their ability to shut the strait? We're doing everything else.
Joe, the thing is, people are afraid to go through. I mean, tanker traffic has virtually halted. The Iranians have said that with no legal basis they can't transit. But of course, what concerns tanker owners and tanker operators is the physical danger of being attacked with drones and so forth. So oil is basically not moving out of the Strait of Hormuz. So you've shut the funnel through which about 20% of world oil and about 20% of LNG passes to the world, primarily to Asia.
The long-term effects, Dan, is it different this time? We know how quick you've seen. How many times have you seen this? In a month from now, it's like we were worried about nothing, or at least it wasn't as bad as we thought. Is that the case again?
I think here, Joe, it comes down to duration. If this is a week, then I think the markets move on and they adjust. There's oil available on a lot of oil. We are oversupplied. There are actually pipelines that can move some of the oil from the Gulf west to the Red Sea. But if this extends longer, then you start to get into the kind of nightmare scenario that people have worried about for the last 50 years. But so everything will come down to the length. And the other thing is infrastructure. There's a focus on tankers, but the other thing is what happens to the infrastructures. Saudi Arabia has just shut down its largest refinery. Qatar has shut down the production of LNG because they're concerned about drone attacks and safety. So 5 days from now, we'll have a better sense of this. And of course, the president, as you pointed out, has said that this war could go on, he said, 4 weeks or so.
Dan, in your mind, the reaction of Iran with its, they're not necessarily friends, but with its neighbors, was that in your calculus for how this would play out? I don't know anyone who really thought they'd lash out at every country in the region.
You know, when I was in one of those countries just 2 weeks ago, and there was already the fear of war. They said to me, look, we close our airspace. We don't allow American planes to operate from here. We've never been attacked. Well, they've been attacked. So I think this is what we don't know. Is this orders from the top, or is the head of the snake been severed? And these are the orders that they're just firing at everything. But it has changed the character of it. And certainly those countries are now at least you hear UAE, Saudi Arabia, and so forth, are prepared to join the battle against Iran. It's in a sense, it's not well considered from Iran's point of view, but they want to impact maximum damage, not only on the oil market, but on the world economy. That's what they see, not just energy prices, but financial markets as well.
They have a nest egg, for lack of a better term, in Iran. How do they need the oil to keep flowing through the straits?
They sure do. They are also dependent upon it. The late Ayatollah had said that they had to become less dependent on oil, but they failed to do that. So they were exporting about 1.5 million, 2 million barrels a day of oil, primarily to China. And if they don't export, they also it inflicts pain on them because they run out of money as well.